Tony as an individual is the kind of a person you can depend on.
He is a man for others, and if something comes along that needs help, he's the first guy in line.
Anything he does is first class, and it's done with distinction.
He's just a first-class person with a great set of values.
What I think really stands out for me with regards to Tony is what he has done for other people, including St. Joseph's University. It really represents somebody who has achieved tremendous success personally and professionally.
Tony's deserving the Shield of Loyola because he is a man of high integrity. His life is based on belief in his family, belief in God, and giving back to the community.
He has given so much to St. Joseph's. In turn, we're saying to him, you are one of our finest. One of our finest. And he is indeed.
It's one of those totally unplanned lives, two lives that connected very early.
I asked Tony out to a party when I was 16, and it grew from there, really. We went together for about 5 years, and we got married in '63.
We bought our first house because we were going to have a baby. That was not in the plan. If there was a plan, the plan initially was I would get my Corvette and boat before any children.
He was always hardworking, but always there for his family.
He loves his family, like truly loves his family.
He went to work every day and he went to church every Sunday.
What made a biggest impression on me and my dad was just the way he treated people.
Just an all-around great guy.
He's still the same person he was when we first got married. He's provided a very good life for us.
If you want to say, well, show me your plan, there's no plan.
Tony came to St. Joe's in what we would now call the non-traditional way.
We were non-traditional students in the then evening division. Here you were mixing with people of various ages at all different businesses, and that rubbed off on you. And I think what I got from that is it opened up your eyes as to a lot of different avenues that you could pursue, and actually made you more confident. They stressed the ability to listen, to learn, and then to communicate on an eye-to-eye direct basis. I don't think any of us were in positions there when we were called upon to make verbal presentations, complex presentations. And then when that moment came, we had an edge. When I went through programs at the original bank, I was at PSFS, and they were good enough to take me all through a program learning everything about real estate. And that kind of set me up. I was then given the opportunity to go with a company that just did large commercial mortgages, Colonial Mortgage Company, and that was a total change of career for me.
He started out as a mortgage banker and then had his own commercial real estate firm.
Nobody gave Tony a particular break, or he didn't come from wealth. So Tony built whatever we have today in the way of his partnership with Jerry at Brandywine Realty Trust.
Brandywine was a company looking for a way to grow effectively. Tony had a very well-established, well-regarded business with a great corporate partner like Safeguard Scientifics. So it seemed like a natural marriage.
He and Jerry Sweeney, as the leaders of Brandywine, have built it into one of the most prestigious and highly regarded commercial real estate firm in the country.
He really laid the foundation for a lot of people that followed behind him in terms of setting high standards for development expertise, working well with townships, working well with community groups to really lay out a very ethical way of doing business in real estate.
He's very careful of the individuals around him and how they develop, and helps them develop their professional skills. But most of all, I would see him as a great role model in the real estate industry, and certainly a great representative of St. Joseph's University.
Our youngest daughter, Shannon, chose St. Joseph's. So she went on and had a great experience at St. Joseph's. But at the end of it, I was with a coach from St. Joe's, John Griffin. I said, you know, John, my daughter, she went in this young girl out of Notre Dame, and she comes out this lady who's a teacher now, and what a transition and what a job St. Joe's did. Just fabulous. He said, well, you got to tell that to Father Rashford. So I meet Father Rashford. I go through it with him. And then he said, you know, you should get more involved we're going to put you on a development committee. Didn't ask me, but I was on it, and the St. Joe's got a hold of me, and we ran with it.
I'm so glad that we asked him to be the chair of our campaign with faith and strength to dare. I'm so glad he said yes, and I'm so glad about the outcome because he was such a champion.
We had a very specific need for the money, and I think that always assists in the fundraising. I think if you've got a black and white fundraising goal, it makes your life a lot easier. It's not real estate. It's a 100-year investment. And St. Joseph's was not going to move off of City Line Avenue. Therefore, to expand, you only could expand with contiguous property.
We had meetings after meetings after meetings where sometimes we thought we weren't going to get to the finish line and really weren't very close to it. Tony's directness and his persuasiveness really helped drive all that home.
Universities are forever. And so you make a dramatic change, you're assisting in a change that is generational. And that struck me early on. I wasn't looking for it, but I think when I was explaining the value of Episcopal, that's when I got it. I got it. This is not a 30-year, 20-year, 10-year piece of real estate. This is a transitional, generational project.
If we had not had Tony, we would not be here today. Because to have an expert in real estate sitting with us on our team, he made it so much better.
I think the legacy is already here. The new campus, I think, speaks for itself. The kids that come on campus now, they walk on and they cross the street, they think this was always here.
The campus living environment is something that's really very important to the whole student experience, and with the McGuire campus having come online, that's really enhanced the ability of the students to interact with each other on an ongoing basis.
Tony started the President's Cup with several other people.
Father Lennon's goal of making our university the top in its breed in the Northeast. And I said, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to be the best, we better start acting like we're the best and upgrade our events. We'll have a golf outing. It will be the elite event for the university.
Tony has raised millions of dollars through the President's Cup. So many are probably attending on scholarship money that Tony was helpful in raising.
Tony is really a model in many ways of what an alum should look like and be.
Tony and several other alums were instrumental in starting the Real Estate Alumni Group, which today has grown into one of the more active chapters in the Alumni Association and is now providing internships, co-ops, scholarships, and new careers for our students.
Your motto of go forth and set the world on fire is his motto. And he's truly a self-made person. He really did all of this on his own. But his first tool was St. Joe's. So I think it really gave him the groundwork to go and pursue his dreams and passions.
Tony's driven by the idea that he has been successful and he believes he should give some of that back.
He's not only working for himself, but he's working for the people around him. He wanted everybody to grow and be successful. That's a great thing about my father.
Brandywine has Days of Caring, where we basically shut down different offices and work in nonprofits. So Tony's been a great sponsor of those initiatives.
He's very proud of West Catholic, and he's currently doing a lot for West Catholic and raising money and helping inner city children get a better education. When he decides that he's going to be involved with something, it has to be a success. He wants it to be a success, and he'll do everything he can to make it a success.
Tony's a hawk that the wings have not stopped flapping.
It's nice when you can find somebody that you admire in your life.
We can't accomplish what we want to accomplish without people like Tony.
It's a premier award because it's a reflection of some of the fine people who have done incredible things for the university. And I'm just humbled to be in their group, really.